Hey, before we start, why don't you leave a like on the video? And why don't you comment down below exactly what race you plan to go when Deepwoken drops, or if you'll just leave it up to luck. With that, let's get straight into the video. I hope you enjoy. Peace.
Let's go, let's go. Young Shinobi from the unknown. Said I gotta show that I'm with it. I got gusto, not tell false. I kill them, we all cut throats. Had to put the work in, show them what the work is. Came up from the bottom, now I'm up though. Ayy, stuck up in the trenches, now I'm on my lit shit. Give me serious one punch, hold on. What the fuck, ayy? Pass up the race, gotta show them my pain when I amp up the stakes. High like a satellite.
With the release of Deepwoken fast approaching, probably coming out around the 21st of December, it's becoming more and more of an issue of what race should you try and get as the game comes out. What race should you look forward to trying to get? Now, races don't actually play that much of a role. They're nothing like Rogue where they're build defining. No matter what race you get, they only give minor stat bonuses, but they are cosmetic. And everyone knows you want to look swaggy as hell as you beat down some noob who's just started off. So I'm going to go through every race and the positives and benefits of going this race. I say negatives because some races will 100% get targeted. But with that, let's move straight into it. Starting off with the Adren, a basic clan that's mainly humanoid based. They are cyan hued humanoids with yellow/greenish eyes. They have red and orange marks across their face, kind of like scars. So it'll be kind of like look at the draw what you get. I don't think this race looks that bad. There's not really any negatives. It's basically just a standard human with different coloured skin and cool face marking. So it's definitely going to look some drippy. It's definitely going to look pretty drippy. I look forward to seeing what stats they'll give, what minor bonuses they'll give, stuff like that. I doubt they'll be targeted by anyone too much, not as much as later clans coming up. But yeah, with that, let's move on to number 2. Knos are the most human race in Deepwoken from what we can tell. Again, we haven't seen a lot about Knos, or Knos, whatever you want to call them. But they do look the most human. The one in the picture on screen currently looks like He seems to just be white skin or tan skin, black hair, green eyes, stuff like that. Most likely won't be anything strange or unusual. The hair will probably change grey as he grows older. Again, pretty cool. But yeah, nothing really out of the ordinary. Doubt it'll be targeted. Looks pretty normal. And that's about it. I don't see why you would go with something so basic, but you do you, I guess. As like most races in Deepwoken, they are humanoid animal hybrids. As for the Sellators, they're raccoon hybrids. So maybe they'll gain some kind of like buff, maybe they'll be luckier, who knows, get better drops. They are mainly pale with slightly green skin. They have dark hair and are raccoon-like, so they have little markings under eyes. Kinda like the Adrens, but a little bit different. Again, no probable racism against them. But they will be cool to see, and it's really looking like this game will be a living, breathing world with everyone looking pretty much differently, especially with all the different markings you can roll at birth of your face, so you won't see a lot of people who look similar. I definitely think it will look cool to see all these characters grow old. Etrians being another animal-human hybrid, except this time they are a combination between humans and snakes. They are a little bit of lore is known about these guys, unlike the other ones. It is known that they come from the largest island in Deepwoken. They are white humanoids with either white or black hair and eyes similar to that of a snake. That's about it. That's all we know. They're meant to be prideful. That I know as a fact. They're meant to be prideful and racist, thinking themselves superior than any other race. So that'll be interesting to see if that actually plays a part in Deepwoken, if people actually start kind of pseudo role-playing, attacking anyone who isn't one of the Etrians. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. If you go on the stake, people, remember, you are now racist, I guess. The Khan are a monkey-human hybrid. They kind of look like Wukong, the monkey god, you know, kind of like a god of high school. Technically what Son Goku's based off of, even though he looks nothing like Wukong, but not the point. These start off with the little crown at the start of the game, which starts off as gold and then later becomes silver as they get older. signifies age. You probably want to run away from anyone with a silver crown because that means they've played for a while and they're probably better than you. Little tip, if you see a tester with that when you first start the game, run for your goddamn life. You ain't surviving though, let's be honest. The monkey races seem pretty cool. If I had to guess, they'll gain a buff to agility or some sort. Maybe they'll be able to jump a little bit higher. Maybe they'll move a little bit higher. But if I just had to guess, they'll gain a little bit more agility. Or maybe they'll level up their agility faster. But overall, that should be it. Moving on to the next one. The Grimoires are deer-like humans. They're kind of just half deer, half human. They get horns. The horns will probably grow bigger and have more protrusions. Or they'll split more like branches as they grow older. Probably getting bigger as well. I wonder if it will kind of be different depending on if your gender's male or female. Because I know female deers have smaller horns than male deers. So I wonder if you choose to be a male, you get bigger horns, but if you're a female, you get smaller horns. I wonder, I doubt this, but what if there were different kind of stat bonuses, depending if you were a man or a woman. Not going to go into that too far. I'll probably make a video on it if people enjoy this video. But yeah, they're just kind of deer people. That's about it. There's nothing special about them. They probably won't get targeted. They do seem like a pretty cool race though, and I'd love to see how people customize it to kind of make the horns look super cool. Sellators. This race will 100% be targeted because they are cat boys. This race was never initially going to be added, but then they decided, why not add it as a joke? And that's how Sellators were born. The joke race got added, and everyone is planning to kill them because they are furries. If you go Sellator, you are 100% being targeted, and you should probably try and switch off that as fast as possible. With that, let's move on. Guinea meds are kind of a one-tone race with bright, colourful eyes. They kind of look like Zenitsu from Naruto. I'll put a picture up on screen so it helps. They're just one-tone coloured. Maybe this could lead into some lore about them being cursed by the gods or something, because we do know that there's obviously going to be gods based on the race that's coming up after this. But yeah, the Ganymedes are one-toned races with bright eyes, so they are just like one set colour, usually black, if from what I've seen, and they'll have like white eyes. It could definitely lead into some interesting lore. And see how this kind of impacts the world. See where they spawn in comparison to other races. See if they're kind of like meant to be like lost spirits or something, or just like an enemy faction. It will definitely be interesting to see this. And I look forward to seeing them. Now on to one of the favourites for Deepwoken. Easily one of the best looking races is the Lightborns. They are human angel hybrids that gain light halos, god I can't remember the word then, halos around their neck or arms based on what you roll. It kind of reminds me of Platinum Ends, how they've done angels, where depending if they use their wings or their arrows, the light ring will appear around their arm or around their neck. It definitely looks like one of the dopest parts of it, and I'll definitely be thinking about going this one as a character slot if I decide the best for last isn't for me, but I'm pretty sure it will be. Vesperians are a beetle human hybrid that when they spawn they start off with a pure white mask. This mask as they grow older will gain horns and details as they go, along with their hair changing from a black to a grey or any hair colour like that. This race is 110% going to be the race I go. I don't care how much Robux it takes, I'm getting Vesperian. Because of no other reason then, maybe you know, a certain slime also has a white mask that is pretty dope. Totally not a reason though, because they look dope as hell, and they will 100% have a defense bonus, and you know I want to be a tanky boy when I'm kicking everyone's asses in Deepwoken. That is the goal. If you enjoyed this video though, please hit a like and subscribe, comment down below which race you're going, and yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.